Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. And I'm glad to be here each and every week to do these lives with you. I call them Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. And I do them for a couple of reasons. One of them is for you to be able to shift your way of thinking, looking at your business, your perspective, your vantage, if you will, and really turn that into your competitive edge. Because what I find is so many owners today are so caught up in the day to day that they don't have the time to take that 30,000-foot view of their business. And here you can do that each week in 15 minutes. The second is for you to be able to take action because that's where the magic happens. Taking action, being consistent, making small changes actually can cause a ripple effect in your business. So that's where the value is. Magic is in the doing. You'll hear me say that all the time. Now, I get asked often, Marianne, who exactly is it that you work with? And I work with auto shop owners, single location auto shop owners who are being consumed by their business and they don't want it to be that way anymore. They love what they do. They've reached milestones in their business. They've had different levels of success. But now what they want to do is they want to be able to step away a little bit, take a vacation, not be so caught up in the day to day. And they want to do that without sacrificing their business. So that's where I come in and I help. If you find this valuable, please share it with someone that you know it could help. It may be another owner, it could be a service advisor, a manager, anyone that you think that would find this valuable, because I know there's a lot of giving people in this industry. So let's get started. This week's topic is stuck managing the day. And I hear this a lot from shop owners that I talk to and clients as well. You know what it's like. Ever feel like you're just stuck managing chaos in the day? Phones are ringing, someone's coming up to you and asking you what to do next. Someone else is walking through the door, a customer, maybe someone who's dropping off a part. And here's the thing, you know that deep down you really want to be leading your team, but you're just too busy putting out fires all day. And I have to tell you that I've been there too. I know what it's like. We're going to have days like that. You don't want those types of days all the time. So let's talk about what really unlocks leadership in your shop, because that's what we're talking about here. And here is a big shift that I want you to be aware of, because I hear people make this mistake all the time. And I want to give you some clarity on this. When it comes to managing and it comes to leading, people will say, well, what is the difference between the two? And here it is. You don't manage people, you lead people. And that is the difference. But you do have to manage your priorities and your activities so that you have the space to lead. You have the freedom to lead. You know that those other things are being taken care of. That way you can focus on the leading part. But you really do have to manage activities, priorities. And that's truly the difference. We manage outcomes. We don't manage people. We lead people. So leadership starts with care. Showing your team that you see and you value them. Each one of your team members is going to be unique. They're going to be different and they have different skill sets. They're strong in different areas, and that you see them and you value them. They're also going to have their own goals too. So it's important to really get to know them. The next one is connection. Build trust so that they open up. You want people to be able to come to you, ask you questions, talk to you about concerns. You want that. And the thing is, if you're very distant from them and they don't believe that you care, it's very hard to build that connection. And the last one is collaboration. This is where ownership and problem solving start to happen. So people actually take ownership of their role. The role is respected and seen, and they really want to deal with problem solving. People collaborate, have ideas, they throw them out there, with each other, talk, and they're not blaming, they're not finger pointing. That's the magic of collaboration. So care, connection, and collaboration. But none of this can happen if you are buried in the day's emergencies. And, that's what people tell me. It's like one emergency after the next. What I want to let you know is that you are not the problem. A lot of times people look at it that way, but you're not. You're not the problem. You're just running without any breathing room. Most owners are running with zero breathing room. Every second is accounted for, and there's no space to think or to lead. Just having that moment to just kind of, think things through, take a deep breath, step outside. A lot of times owners will tell me, I don't even have that. And when you think about it, it's like running your car and it has no oil. Yeah, it starts up, but it's not going to run. You're not going to really go anywhere. So you can't lead from chaos. And a lot of times that's what owners are in, and they get so used to it. They get so not only used to it, but they start to feel like this is the norm. This is the way it's supposed to be. And it's not. You can't lead from there. So leadership isn't a title. Many people have heard of a title-only leader. You throw a title on somebody, you give them the position, and all of a sudden, that's it. They're a leader. No, that's not what it is. Leadership is a daily practice. You really have to focus on it. And if you want your team to step up, if you want to see some change, it starts with how you show up, because you are an example. And what you do and how you react is an example of how they will react, how they will show up. Because if you're allowing that, you're accepting that. So the idea here is to stop doing more. Stop adding more to your day. Stop adding more to your plate. Start focusing and doing the right things. So here's how you start to do that. You have to really sit down and say to yourself, what do you want? Because you're so caught up and you're stuck managing the day. What do you actually want? Give yourself permission to ask that question. Do you want to be able to hand off things to your team? Is it something to do with improving profits? Is it efficiency? What is it that you want? Give yourself permission to really think about that. What activities will get you there? What's it going to take to get you there? What are the things that need to be done that maybe right now you don't think you have time to do? What I want to tell you is you need to focus on those activities that are the right activities, and you need to go all in. So each week I give a 1-week rule, which is about taking action now. So for this week, here's what it is. When it comes to being stuck managing the day, pick one person on your team, and you can start by doing this today. Depending on when you watch this, if you're on the replay, it could be tomorrow. Ask them a genuine personal question. Nothing to do with the shop, nothing to do with their work or anything like that. Just ask them a personal question. Ask them about their weekend. Ask them what they like to do for fun. Ask them how home is going. Maybe that they've had a baby, or they have something going on in their life. Ask them a personal question. Then the next thing is say, I appreciate you, and here's why. And talk about something good about them, something that you see in them, a quality. Be genuine, be sincere. I'm not telling you to make anything up. I'm telling you to really pay attention. This will make you pay attention to your team. See them as people. That 30 seconds of care opens up the door for connection. When people connect with you, they'll start to engage with you. People will start to talk. They'll be engaged in a conversation. Start small, but be consistent. This is where leadership actually begins. So it starts small. It just starts off with caring about another person, and everything else will go from there. So the three things that I was telling you about that make up leadership, just as a reminder, are care, connection, and collaboration. So you want to care, show your team that you see them and you value them, that you appreciate them. By connection, you want to build trust so they open up, they start engaging with you, talking to you. And collaboration is where ownership and problem solving happens. That's where everyone's talking, they feel valued, they own their role, they respect their role, and they know what they can bring to the table, and they're opening to listening to others. Now, every week I end with a pro thinking tip. So ask yourself each morning, am I managing tasks or leading people today? That's going to set your mindset in a positive way, a positive frame, so that you go in very intentional on leading people. If it's all task management that you have to do that day, it's just that's the way the day is at that moment, block out 10 minutes for intentional leadership. Just one touch point, one conversation, one bit of connection with someone that day. And then the next day it can be somebody else. Because here's the thing, when you lead well, your team will help you manage the shop. When you don't, what happens is they just wait for your direction. And now you're back again to square one, managing your day and managing chaos. So if you find this valuable, please let me know, share it with another person in the industry that it could be helpful with. And I'm curious, leave a comment or even reach out to me if you've tried these actions, because I'd like to hear what happened. So that's it for Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. Have an enjoyable week.